Hello and welcome to a lore dive on the Court of Savantae in the game Wuthering Waves. The Court of Savantae is a research organization known for its advanced scientific endeavors in various ruins. The organization was founded at some point after Rover lost her memories, as evidenced by the fact the Fractsidus were funding this court, and Scar being alluded to as their main benefactor, though it is not confirmed. The research included artificial retroact rain, controllable tacit fields, Mount Firmament time fluctuations, and an attempted bridge to a past civilization, one that appeared to have the woman who interacted with Rover at the start of the game, sometimes referred to as a goddess. Their research did not go much of anywhere, with one researcher seeing the error in how they were approaching it a bit too late. However, this research did directly lead to the Mech Abomination, a overlord tacit discord created accidentally by the Court of Savantae. As for other specifics of the research organization, we do have some. For example, in their research into time in order to recreate the retroact rain to make that bridge to the past, they often visited Mount Firmament in order to research the fluctuations there. We know that studying in the region caused their lifespans to shorten, and they invented chronos orders, photon barriers, photon bolts, flare crests, as well as flare stones. They even created a weapon known as Verity's Handle, a weapon that Zhang Liao uses. As for deeper details about the organization, we are left mostly with speculation. For example, the fact that the Fractsidus funded the organization, while no specific information is given as to why, we can speculate that they want this goddess as well. Although considering they had a hand in resurrecting Overthrax, one can still reasonably assume they were mostly focused on the artificial retroact rain, which had no noticeable or at least reliable effects. The Court of Savantae did not last long, and should have been formed roughly around 3 years before the start of the game, making it impossible for Rover to have been a founder of this organization at least. The reason for their time being that is that the first recorded instance of retroact rain was in the battle against Overthrax, which happened 3 years ago and resulted in Geshu Lin going missing. The Mech Abomination. It was created by the Court of Savantae and evolves by consuming machine wrecks, and upon obtaining enough human frequencies, became obsessed on perfection, a symbol of humanity's relentless pursuit of scientific advancement, and a monument to the researcher's sins. Photon technology. There's photon barriers and vaults. These are simply made up of light. Think of it as hard light constructs. Locations. They have a few ruins in the Winding Axis Mire, and also in Mount Firmament. We visit the Winding Axis Mire, specifically these ruins in Act 4 with Altoids and Encore. The Fractsidus, they have a unique connection with the Fractsidus in that they were directly funded by them due to a unnamed male overseer. It is hinted to be Scar, but there is no confirmation about it. The Fractsidus will get a video of their own, but suffice to say their main focus was not the rain, but in reality it is this goddess. It is not exactly known why or how, but this goddess does seem to be the key to understanding much about the Lament and the world of Solaris 3 itself. The purpose of their research. It was fairly standard while not entirely self-serving. The pursuit of it was. The research was deemed dangerous enough that a committee relieved them of their duties, hence the founding of this court in the first place. The name of the court, Savantae, being used doesn't help their case of being self-serving either. For reference, Savantae is clearly based on the word savant, a word used to describe wise or genius individuals. Combined with working with the Fractsidus, their goals become a bit more clear. It isn't necessarily to open a bridge to the past for the sake of finding a way to stop the Lament. It's more like trying to find a way to control it themselves. The court was short-lived, but fairly substantial in the world of Solaris 3. They invented some unique and fairly useful technologies. However, working with the Fractsidus and delving too hastily into unknown grounds of dangerous fields of research eventually led to their demise, with those working on it just vanishing, leaving behind only ruins, desolation, and the only forecast echo for the lingering tune set.